Hey there, Taurus. How's everything going? I hope you're well. This is your final check-in for 2025. I can't believe it. We're here, December 21st is when I'm recording this message. And we're going to get into a little bit of what you are dealing with for the last almost 2 weeks of the year, and then how your 2026 will start, and get some advice from Spirit on what you can do to ensure a beautiful start to the new year, and of course a hopefully joyful and successful and bountiful completion to your 2025. End the year right, so if it means letting go of baggage, what is that baggage, or who is that baggage? And if it means taking a risk, what is it on? All right, so first of all, let's see what situation the collective energy is in right now. Taurus, what is your collective energy regarding matters of love and finance? All right, somebody is in denial, not facing the truth of possibly the significance of the connection. If this is truly about love, we'll find out. Okay, so we have threatened, magnetic. Okay, so this is perhaps why someone is in denial about the connection. It's generally not about career, so we're going to focus on that for now. Romance and interpersonal relationships. Okay, so because someone is in like a feeling of being threatened by the appearances of things, worried about perception perhaps, they are in denial of the connection, but the connection you have with this person is truly significant, magnetic. Maybe you guys are communicating even if you're not communicating. Does that make sense? So you're sending each other messages through dreams, through daydreams even perhaps, and we're gonna get a clarifier here about this connection, Spirit. Let's get a clarifier for what Taurus is going through regarding this connection. All right, so we have third party situation, guys. This could be work, this could be family, this could be anything, okay? Some third party that's taking away from time that you guys can spend together with one another. Doesn't have to be another person. And again, this is something that you're already aware of. I'm not telling you something you don't already know. So if it doesn't pertain to you, please do not take the message, okay? Never let a tarot reading or anything, anyone else, Spirit included, take away from what you know to be true. There's an element of being ghosted. I don't know if you're doing the ghosting, but it makes sense with the denial card. All right, and someone is seeking forgiveness on, I'm going to say the ethereal plane, because if you're being ghosted or if you're ghosting, then you're not talking about it. And yet there is a desire for forgiveness for what's happened, what's transpired. I do want to mention at this time that I am offering 2026 readings up until January 5th. These are projected forecasts and how you can take advantage of the energies surrounding you in career, in finance, in love, in relationships, anything you want, any situation you are desiring betterment in clarification on, I'm here for you. So check it out at icanbecoaching.com. The link is in my bio above, and also there's a discount going on right now, so on other readings, so take a look. Discounts end on December 31st. All right, thank you so much. Had to plug that in. And also please like, comment, share, let me know how this resonates with you guys. So how are you feeling about the person on your mind, Taurus? King of Swords. Well, you are not probably talking, okay? But you're seeing them clearly, okay? And if you were to talk, yeah, you are seeing them clearly. I see the Ace of Swords popping its head and the Fool at the back of the deck here. So you're like, yeah, I'm seeing things clearly. I know who they are. I know who I want, and I know what they are. I don't know if that person is the one. So let's find out. 7 of Wands. Your guard is up. You are defensive. You are like, listen, if they want to come back, they have to do it in a good way. 5 of Coins wanted to come out. It did not. 5 of Pentacles, this feeling of being left out in the cold. The situation has hit some, and it did want to come out. Usually if a card really wants to come out and goes back in and then pops back out, this is like, yeah, I feel like the situation has been abandoned. So your relationship has been abandoned. You feel like, well, I'm just going to say tight-lipped on the situation right now. If it were to move anywhere, it would have to do that in a very steady and slow process. I do get a very earthy energy from you right now, Knight of Coins. Someone, I wouldn't expect anything less, by the way. You are someone who is inherently slow and steady wins the race. Honestly, I think you know that. Hard work. All right, so what are your intentions towards this person at this time? And then we're going to go into your person. 4 of Cups. A little bit of unrequited love, a little bit of dissatisfaction. We already knew this from the other cards. 9 of Wands. You guys have seen a lot of hardship with this person, meaning you've battled it out, you're tired, I think you want a break. Page of Swords. You may be watching them from afar. Maybe you're asking friends about them. Now I see the King of Coins. So honestly, your energy is like this turtle. There's nothing wrong with this turtle. I love turtles. Your energy is, at this point, stoic and grounded. I like that for you, okay? That's not a bad energy. However, your intentions towards them, and maybe it's because of, obviously, a third-party situation, but your intentions towards them are, listen, I'm going to hold back. I'm going to withhold my feelings, my words, communication in general, and action. But I am going to watch them. I'm going to watch them a little bit and see what they're up to. So, Spirit, tune me into Taurus's person, the person on your mind, and then we're going to go into new love, okay? Sorry about Daisy in the back there. What is Taurus's person feeling towards Taurus? Wow. They're having nightmares. Hold on a sec. So, we have 9 of Swords. Wow. Hierophant at the back. Okay. So they recognize this just before I get into it. Wow. And I see 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups. They recognize your connection as something that was deep at the soul level and could have been something lasting, something meaningful, something structured, maybe a marriage, maybe some high level of commitment. Okay, that's the phrase. But right now, and you guys are apart, clearly, they are in their head all over the place, right? They're having nightmares, they can't sleep, they're thinking about you. Those communication messages that you're not verbally saying anything, right? But you are communicating on a liminal level, meaning in the dream world, when you're asleep, when you're turned off, when your conscious mind is not thinking and working, it's asleep, right? You're asleep. When you're not like keeping your guard up, that's when they are thinking about you, and that's when you guys are communicating. It takes a leap of faith to believe that. They feel this Knight of Cups energy towards you, okay? So this is like, I'm really sorry. I want to come forward. I want to apologize, but honestly, that 9 of Swords is holding them back. The Emperor. So I'm going to clarify this. I love the Emperor's energy. However, the Emperor can be a little too demanding, commanding, a little over the top with their need to be in control. So we're going to find out. Clarify the Emperor as Taurus's person's feelings towards them, please, Spirit. 7 of Wands. That's what it is. They have their guard up as well. Yep. And King of Swords at the back. So both of you have your guards up. You're defensive. You're not conceding, either of you. And I do get this sense that whatever transpired in the past was not your, well, it takes two people, but I have a feeling that you are not in the wrong. But I'm going to ask what transpired between Taurus and their person in the past to create such a disturbance in the flow of their communication. Ten of Wands, tell me about it. Page of Swords, a lot of burden. What is this? Two of Cups. Okay, so tell me more about this Two of Cups. The Moon. Confusion. Confusion surrounding the mutual nature of this romance. Confusion surrounding the future. 10 of Coins and 4 of Wands. That's two people, usually, that decide to embark on a long-term, committed relationship with one another that grows in communication, in emotion, in depth, and in terms of the material world too. So we are definitely talking about what you guys wanted from the future. There was a lack of clarity. Ace of Swords. And you guys were only at the Page of Swords level communication, right? So not being that open with one another. So of course the confusion and chaos builds, and probably imaginings in your own minds on both sides, okay? So I do want to clarify for you, as there is a third party, and I don't yet know if it's a person or other. So we're going to clarify, what is the third party that's involved here, and what is the status of that at this point? Could be a Virgo, might be dealing with a Virgo, or your person may be a Virgo. I'm not sure, but yeah, it says winter, so this is ongoing, currently ongoing. And the back of the deck, past life connection. Okay, so whoever has met this third party, it is a situation that was bound to happen, to teach a lesson that was not being taught within the dynamics and container of your own relationship. So that inability to communicate with each other could have resulted in one of you deciding that they're going to open up to someone else in that emotional realm. And maybe the lesson is how to communicate within the bounds of a relationship. Maybe that's the lesson that is meant to be learned through that third party situation. Look, no tea, no shade. I'm just spilling the tea as I see it, as Spirit shows me. So you guys know this is a collective message, so it's not going to apply the same to everybody. All right, so Spirit, let's get these instead. Do tell me the significance of for Taurus, the significance for you of meeting this person. What is the significance? Let's see. What is this relationship or past relationship meant to teach you? What was I talking about? I know we don't use telephones in this way anymore. Not that we ever did, but communication. This is meant to teach you communication. One of the most important things in any relationship, if not the most, is feeling open, feeling safe, feeling heard, and it goes both ways. Communication, yep, both ways, two-way street. How to be clear, reaching out, throat chakra. Do you have a block? Like if you sit there and you do kind of a check-in of your body, right? While you just sit there and breathe, just breathe and do this today. I want you to ask yourself, where in my body do I feel any type of pressure, any type of resistance, okay? If it is your throat, it's very clear that you need to communicate something. If you cannot communicate with this person, and I'm not suggesting that you do right now, write it out, truly write it out in a letter form, for real. Don't send it, okay? Write it out. This is more for you to get it out of yourself, out of your system, okay? Before the year ends. You need that to happen. Otherwise, you're going to carry that garbage, right, into next year. You don't want to do that. Wow. Okay. So, what else is this situation meant to teach them? Healing. Wow. Reflection. Well, the card that came out is Emerald. I don't know if emeralds are significant to anyone, but mature love. That's what this card says. Strong relationship balance. Free-flowing love. Peace. Soul restoration. Sexuality. Eternity. Fertility. Lots of beautiful energies that this relationship was meant. It is a throw thing, meant to teach you. I am just checking to see, because these cards did not come out, but they were flipped upside or right side up. All right, what else? That's a lot of cards, guys. I don't know. Bedroom came out. Maybe this is about rest. Maybe this is about intimacy, alone time, a lot of things, right? The bedroom can signify many different things, so we can't be that clear on what that's about. Chocolate, one of my favorite substances, came out. Satisfaction. Oof. Elevated mood. Absolutely. Have a bite of chocolate if you can, okay? All right, this is also about having tunnel visions, because blinders came out, and there was another card that made me think about that. I don't know. The telephone card. Having blinders on, being out of touch, confusion with the moon. The moon had come out in your spread before. I'm sorry for the free-flowy nature of this reading, by the way. I'm not sorry, but I'm noticing it's different than my usual readings for you. And there could be a reason for that. This truly is a more communicative me than usual universe. So Spirit is truly trying to teach you a lesson about feeling at one with it. You being connected to everybody, you know? The better you communicate with others, truly the better you are communicating with yourself, with your conscious mind, with your subconscious mind. And that's what I wanted to share. All right, I do want to get some advice. But first, let's get next. Well, actually, let's ask, will Taurus's person, I already know the answer, will Taurus's person, because I hear it in my head, reach out to Taurus within the next 2 weeks? And if so, what mindset will they be in? What is the purpose? Wow, love, Chariot. Oh, guys. Yeah, okay. I knew it. So this is a soul level connection. Also with the Lovers at the back of the deck. They are going to be faced with a choice, right? To communicate or not to communicate. The cards are telling me, and Spirit's telling me, that they are leaning towards yes. However, I do have some warnings for you, okay? They are coming again in this immature energy, Page of Swords energy, a little tentative communication. So nowhere here is there a King of Swords or a Queen of Swords, someone who's a master level communicator. We have basic level communication, but we do have someone that is interested in moving forwards. There are a lot of cards that tell me that they want to move forwards with you, by the way. They have been waiting around. We have the Three of Wands, which is someone, moving, but waiting. They're like, I'm waiting for my person. Yeah. What's it to you? I'm going to pretend to be moving forward, but I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for this Ace of Wands, new opportunity to communicate and have like a new beginning with you. Chariot, 100%. This is saying, they're likely going to come towards you in the next 2 weeks. it's fast. It's a fast moving energy. I mean, the Eight of Wands is now here, but the Chariot is still pretty fast. Now, they are coming towards you with a lot of love, or this is how they see you. Someone who is loving and nurturing, Queen of Cups. But, there's this thing that must happen within themselves first. A tower, an inner tower, okay? So that Nine of Swords that they're feeling needs to collapse completely. So that means they need to get rid of the old baggage that's inside of them that's holding them back from talking to you. I do see it upright, and it is pretty clear that it's bound to happen for them eventually. If they were the ones to deceive with a third party, even if it's work, guys, it's just something that acts as a distraction from the primary relationship. Now, that collapses, okay? Once that collapses, absolutely, you are their wish fulfillment. You are their Nine of Cups. You've always been that. This is a soul level connection. I felt it from the beginning, which is why, I really wanted to make sure that I came at this reading without bashing them too much. I do want to, and you didn't like seem, your energy also towards them doesn't seem like it's overly judgmental, okay? So Spirit, what is your advice for Taurus for the next 2 weeks? You also get the Tower. What advice? What advice? Tower's like, well, first, oh, and that's what you need. I see. Well, it came with the Four of Cups. So the Tower with the Four of Cups, and you had Four of Cups, my friends. You had it. So that feeling of, I've not been chosen, I've been rejected, I feel unrequited love. That's what needs to end within you. Whatever happened is not a reflection of you. Please, you need to understand whatever happened is a reflection, because they caused it, I can tell, is a reflection of their life, their internal life, which reflected within their external life and then impacted you. You most likely did not create the collapse. And if you did, this is time. Oh, I see the Queen of Cups. How beautiful. They do see you as the Queen of Cups. And you are the Queen of Cups. Spirit's very clear. Sorry, so the thing that needs to collapse for you and end is this feeling of despair, that I'm never chosen. Use that law of assumption every day, okay? Where you embody the one who is chosen, the one who is the priority, the one who is most important, the one who is not a third party. You are the chosen one. I don't know, it came out that way. I'm like, gosh, do you have to make it sound like that, Spirit? But yeah, you are the chosen one. And you know what? You are chosen by you every fucking day. Every day. I'm sorry for my curse word there. It's not usual. All right, Spirit. Please give some more advice to Taurus for the next 2 weeks. What else would you like them to do? Wow. Damn, you guys. This is amazing. So, I'm like, check the back of the deck. Woof. Death and transformation. Yeah, absolutely. That previous cycle of confusion where you didn't feel chosen, where you felt rejected, where you felt unrequited love, that has to end. The only way to end that is to embody this duality within you. And it's the King and Queen of Swords, both, as advice. Okay? Be very clear with yourself within the balance between your masculinity and your femininity, regardless of gender, regardless if you're a non-gender. or if you're gender neutral, that's what I meant to say, sorry. This is about keeping both hemispheres, right, balanced. And the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone who is fair, who is just. The King of Swords is someone who not only is fair and just, but they know when to speak and when not to speak. They're not going to over-explain. They're not going to belittle anybody. They're going to be not only just and fair, but in the execution of the justice, they are devoid of emotional outburst or actually any emotional repercussion at all. They just do what they need to do, you know? Make sure that when you are carrying like this huge weight that you feel, this huge burden of the past is what I'm seeing, that you judge yourself and you judge the past fairly and not over criticize yourself or others. And then remember that you have an inherent passion for life. Knight of Wands. Someone who just goes for it. Someone who's like, yeah, I've made up my mind. I know what I have to do. And now I'm going to make the motion. I'm going to take action. So it's first mental clarity followed by action. And yeah, the action can feel like you're carrying a lot with you while you're doing it. But you know it's for the best. You know that ending that past chapter, which for this situation seems to be, for many of you, letting go of that feeling of unrequited love and imbalance in love. Move forward knowing that, yeah, I did that, but I've learned my lesson and now I know what to do next time. So it's not, look, if that person does come around to talk to you, don't be like the Queen of Cups. I mean, you probably are deep down inside, but Spirit's saying, well, be like this, be like these two more. Be like, okay, well, let's talk about the past. Let's talk about what happened. But when it comes to emotional conversations, stay away from that. Stay away from that. So the advice is not give your cup of love and be beautifully honest, and you be honest, but don't be like flowery with your words when you're doing that. All right, let's get some advice cards. Actually, let's get some timing cards first. Sorry, my dog is like, is it lunchtime yet? I don't know. Maybe a conversation happens around your birthday. We do have around your birthday. And we also have around the holidays. Holidays right now, okay? I know Taurus's birthday is not yet, okay? That's obviously for some of you, but not for all of you. But some of you could be this week. This conversation is coming for some of you right about now. And for others of you, coming up around your birthday. Let's get more clarifiers on that, Spirit, timing. When... Okay, those are not timing cards. Those are planetary cards. Okay, so waxing gibbous moon could be a potential time frame for you. Okay, listen, Mercury came out. Mercury talking about how you communicate. And the fox. Fox is a creature that an animal spirit, when it shows up, it's about mature love, lasting love, partnership that is reciprocated. I am boldly sharing my message. King and Queen of Swords. Someone who is truly behind the words that they speak. As I mentioned, waxing gibbous moon cycle could be pertinent to this conversation. And the message is, I am willing to change my mind. You also do have 2 other cards that came out. Neptune, I'm finding my way through the illusion, through the confusion. Guys, you are making it through this confusion. King and Queen of Swords cut through. They cut through the bullshit. And Earth, I trust that I'm held by the universe. Throughout it all, know that you are connected to the rest of the universe. All right, let's get some abundance cards for you, okay? So at this time, Spirit, what is coming towards Taurus? Happiness, and this card jumped out. Uniqueness. Remember to embrace your own uniqueness. Everyone, obviously, it's such an important message for everybody, but Spirit wants you to keep that in mind, especially at this time. And you have happiness coming towards you, beautiful energy coming towards you. Oh, let's get one more, Spirit. One more for Taurus. Okay, more than one. This is all in preparation for something, okay? For the harvest, for winter, you know. Play. Time for you to play, Taurus. Get out of the house and get your play on, all right? Let's get one more card. This is a very small deck, but it is it's labeled the most positive deck in the world, I believe. So let's see what comes out for you. Spirit, what do you have coming towards Taurus in the new year? A win. Gentle and happy. Didn't we just get happy before? Well, happy. You're going to be happy. It's confirmation. I think eventually that you are going to be able to be gentle again. That Queen of Cups nature is going to come out within you towards others, towards yourself, of course, always. But you're gonna get that chance and win. I mean, what more can you want, really? If you can stay positive in a negative situation, you win. You win regardless of the outcome of this conversation that is coming with your person. Good things are coming for you, okay? The lesson in communication has been learned. You also get fine-tuning your focus. Have clear intentions. King and Queen of I wanted to say coins. King and Queen of Swords. Focus on what matters most and let go of the rest. Do not be afraid to be specific. 100%. This card is about how can you best activate your own abundance in 2026. Starting now, though. Start now, okay? Remember to be clear and then to only voice what you are clear about, right? And don't apologize for it, okay? Affirmation. I move forward with a clear and undivided focus. Okay, with that, Taurus, I really hope that this helps. And sending you a giant wish from me for a beautiful and joyful holiday season. Embrace your uniqueness, embrace your own voice, and I am proud of you. All right, take care.